Welcome to Perspective on Commodities, the interview series where we explore how data, technology, and innovation are shaping the future of commodity trading. I'm Alessandro Sanos, and I'm thrilled to have Taghisade with us today, the acting Chief Trading Officer at SOCAR. Taghi, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Alessandro. Pleasure to be here.
In this episode, we'll be exploring how commodities and energy markets are transforming. Taghi, what major transformation have you seen in the past 5 years?
Within the past 3 to 5 years, we have seen a very interesting landscape of new realities that have affected the commodity trading markets. Starting with COVID and through the major conflicts such as the one we're witnessing in Ukraine right now, also events in the Middle East, both on strategical level and tactical level, have created a lot of grounds for volatility. Also, we have been witnessing interesting OPEC plus dynamics, and this was also driving the market, of course. In particular, probably important to highlight that we had to become much more agile than before in the way we treat our positions and manage our supply chains. The logistical challenges have been a major part of the route to adaptation within the past 5 years. As you know, some examples, if you look at the events that have been driving the change of flows, of course the wars, but also the closure of the straits or potential risks associated with the Hormuz Strait, as well as the situation in Red Sea that has been very volatile, forced most of the players, if not all, to reshape their trading routes and existing practices, also changing the global trade flows.
What do you see as the biggest drivers of change today?
Yeah, that's an interesting one because it's a mixed bag of different elements. We have to list a few at least. Energy transition has been a big one, especially with the way electrification has been developing and being implemented, as well as how it affects the metals required for it. Other one is geopolitics and the challenges that it brings today to the world. We have discussed and mentioned about the various bottlenecks that have created dislocations, but also I think a big one is the changing sanctions regime and how current market players adapt to it and make sure that they remain compliant in this very volatile environment. Another very important one is the digitalization and implementation of various AI-related or data science-related technologies that have been driving not only the trading activities, but also risk management and, of course, research and analytics behind it. This is just to name a few of the factors. If we look deeper and if we try to evaluate the overall landscape, I wouldn't disregard the finance element of it and talent. So within the last 5 years, there has been a generational change that we have been witnessing in the commodities trading space. And also it is normal that some of the market participants have to take time and adjust to it. And sometimes not every place, unlike Geneva, can offer many options for this. So you have to be agile, quick. You have to adjust and be prepared for what's coming tomorrow as much as you can.
And find the right talent.
And hopefully find the right talent. And it's not only finding the right talent, it's also developing your talent, right? Because what you put into the younger generation today will define the future of your company much more than it was before, because we live in a such high-paced environment and your periods for learning and then application of that learning are very, very short today. So you need to be very, very sharp, I guess, when choosing the talent, giving people chances, which is important. We've all been given a chance on several occasions along our careers, but also actually continuing to invest in that talent. So I think mentorship is even more important than it was before. And walking with people, not only through their learning curve, or the period of learning, but also through the challenges they face, is probably more crucial than it was before.
What about volatility though?
Today, volatility has redefined the way we treat trading, the way we read markets. And this volatility within the past 3 to 5 years has really created a lot of threats for commodity traders, which comes with immense opportunities. So it's more important than ever to be able to manage within that volatility, see the dislocations that are coming, and try to capitalize on it as much as you can, because it's not every day you have such scales, and this is where the opportunities are. So I think it's both an opportunity for individual traders and the companies they represent to manage that volatility, navigate through it, and cash in when you can.
And ride the wave.
As long as you can, yes. It comes with the risk, yeah, as we know, and I think that's what attracted more companies to the market and to our sector in particular within the past few years, because the wave has been there. Some people burned themselves, but also others realized that if they're not part of the commodity trading world, they're not able to capitalize on the opportunities. Therefore, there are more and more people who want to ride the wave, and there's more technology to support that today.
And Taghi, speaking about technology and data, how are you using data to anticipate or respond to those shifts?
We have today various channels of data, and to be fair, there is more and more data available than before. It's available to bigger market, if you wish. I think it is a lot about how you read that data, whether it is your shipping data, satellite data, whether it is your price forecasts or historical information on the same subject. More and more data is today used not only for hindsight analytics or reflections, but actually for predicting what may come. And that becomes very important in this ever-changing market environment. Even though if in today's world, for most of us, AI still remains to be a big unknown. There are more and more applications of it, and we see the benefit already by testing various models with the support of AI today, and the models start to give the result. What's important is that we are more and more using big data sets which we were not able to process, or it would have taken much more time to process in the past. And within a matter of seconds, you're able to produce results. But in this environment, it becomes even more important who is looking at this data or the outputs and how they're evaluating that. So I strongly believe that we are going through a significant structural change in the way we treat data, analyze it, interpret it, and apply for trading strategies. But it becomes even more important than it was before, that there are right people sitting in the right seats and being able to interpret that data.
Data savvy professionals who appreciate the quality of the data, because otherwise garbage in, garbage out.
Absolutely. We still face that. I think that garbage in, as you said, garbage out is one of the basic principles today that we have to recognize, that you have to train your models with good data sets. And that actually requires a lot of time. And again, talent. I think people remain to be a cornerstone to success of trading companies and organizations that deal with high volatility, with ever-changing environment, and with the market realities we have been witnessing within the past few years. So if you ask me, technology is definitely helping us a lot, but having the right people in the right place to deal with that technology, to interpret it, and to actually further develop it for your particular need and use is the key to success.
Taghi, thanks for sharing your insights.
Thank you very much for having me, Alexander. It was a pleasure.
Follow Perspective on Commodities for more executive insights. I'm Alessandro Sanos. Thank you for joining.